explosives planted. Defend them.
Hyper Blaster kills from Centro 4 in a row! Look at that, and the liberation of the spawn. Centro has single-handedly taken control of this hack objective. Photon is flanked, Starberry doesn't see him. Starberry is pulled down by Photon, and we got a plant going in, double plant. Let's see if they double up. Yes, they're doubling up. Plant. And Photon's gonna get his arms too. Wow, great job by exclamation. Holy shit, we have ourselves a double plant. Mechanical pair of Hyper Blaster kills.
Effective, the last medic taken down by Mechanical.
Ike is still alive with GPMG huddled in the corner. He blows away Nephilim. Oh, he goes down.
Medics. This is gonna be it right here.
Fired it by Dawn! Oh my god, stops the disarm. Holy shit, and exclamation will set a time. Good evening, Quake fans. This is GreasedScotsman bringing you Week 5 of the Total Gaming League's 6v6 Open Division. Tonight, the Jerky Boys go up against the Illuminati on Valley. The Illuminati is currently ranked 5th with a 2-2 record. Jerky Boys have the same 2-2 record, but one of their wins was a forfeit win, so that places them in the 7th slot in the standings. With the matchup being on Valley, we're going to see a lot of objectives, including an MCP run, a whole lot of vehicles at the fingertips of these players for both transport and destruction. With 3 out of 4 objectives outdoors, the superior vehicle work will be a huge factor in who takes home the win tonight. With me in the studios is Beef Missile from the Jerky Boys, and as of right now, we don't have a guy from the Illuminati in here. We're going to try to get one of their boys to hop on and give us the what for. But how you doing, Beef?
How's it going, Greased? How's it going, everyone?
It is going well. It's going well. Now, do I call you Beef? Do I call you Missile, or maybe just,
Beef is good.
Love Nub? I don't know. All right. So yeah, Valley. Have you guys had a lot of experience on this particular map? I know that it wasn't really you played very much in the 5v5 infantry. You know, how much time have you guys spent on this one?
Well, this past few days we've been trying to scrim it as much as you know, we possibly can. Pretty much starting from last Friday. We did play, I think, once on Valley in infantry only, and I think we did pretty well on it. So we're just trying to integrate the vehicles into our strat, you know, see what we can, you know, as far as you know, working the vehicles and you know, turrets. It's you know, the 6v6 is a totally different game from the 5v5.
Oh yeah,
but,
yeah, very different beast. Yeah, without a doubt. Now, who is your tanker?
Spooge will be tanking for us tonight.
Oh, all right, okay, that's good to know. And so, does he, you know, does he feel more comfortable maybe in the Desi versus the Titan, or other way around?
I'm really not sure. You know, in terms of vehicling, we really kind of, as a group, got our legs playing infantry only. So at this point, you know, with the vehicles, we're integrating them, but at the same time, you know, we're still a little bit green with a lot of the vehicles. As of right now, Spooge is pretty much our best player on the tank or Desi. So hopefully that can make an impact.
Yeah, I believe it will. I believe it will. And so let's see. Now you guys are 2-2, and one of your wins was a forfeit win. Well, let's start with the bad news. Who have you played so far and lost to this season?
I'm really not. I don't even remember at this point. I'd have to check the site.
Well, then, who did you play last week?
Oh God, dude, come on! I'm getting old. I don't remember all this stuff.
All right.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, we played HK. That's right. We played HK. We actually played them twice. We played them in TGL and in Cal that week, and I thought it was a good experience. You know, they're a great client to play. They're a total sportsman. So, It's always a pleasure to play with them.
Yeah. All right. And let's see. And who did you play for the win? As he checks the standings.
Yeah, I'm not even. See, we beat Grey Wolves.
Grey Wolves, gotcha.
Which is
okay.
a match that I didn't play in, actually.
Okay, all right. So, oh, there goes the server. I'm hoping that's just the normal restart of the match. Server.
Yeah,
we'll get the TV server back up in a minute, folks.
Yeah, they're just restarting it.
That's always good. It's always good to have a fresh restart. So, but it looks like we were getting close to having. I saw at least I think 5 on each side. So hopefully we're not too far away from getting things underway. And I think I think a lot of teams, even in sort of the 6v6, with the infantry only, most teams just kind of shrug their shoulders at the MCP phase, because when you're doing the infantry only, you can't really stop the thing all that well. But with vehicles at your disposal, are you guys looking to really try to hold that MCP as long as possible, or do your strategies kind of focus more on some of the other objectives that are a bit more infantry friendly?
No, we absolutely we're going to try to stop the MCP in any way that we can. When basically every phase we try to hold for as long as humanly possible, and there is that setup for the next phase. When you know it's pretty much gone, but we try to hold every phase as long as humanly possible without creating a situation where we give up the next phase ourselves.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like I find in this game, it's so sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I find in this game it's so easy to get knocked off balance, and on the flip side, knock the other team off balance. Just one bad transition period, and you just where you could have held someone for like 2 or 3 minutes, you might just lose it completely.
Right. Oh yeah, and especially on Valley, where there's always that opportunity. Especially once the outpost is captured, because usually the offensive team can kind of foresee when they're going to be able to cap that thing. And so if they get a covert ops down the line to either be ready to hack the objective itself or to grab that forward spawn and get a favorable forward spawn, then that whole objective can be taken completely out of the picture in a matter of seconds. So I totally agree with you. So hopefully, I mean, I'm also the kind of person where I really like to see sort of new and interesting. I always like to see what different teams put together for different objectives. Because like Enemy Territory TV, we cover so many different teams, and some of the stuff is cookie cutter. Some of the stuff are kind of like, oh yeah, well, we've seen this position before, and oh, we've seen the vehicle sit here before. But I always like to see. Especially some sort of new blood get some coverage, and I know that I think in our history we've only covered you once for a shoutcasted match, and I don't think that we've covered Illuminati at all. So I'm really excited to get you guys back on the screen, as it were, and then also to give Illuminati a little bit of love.
Well, we're definitely happy to be up there. It's I really enjoy this game, and I think anything that builds the community, like what you guys are doing, is great. It's and at this point, anything that can get more players into the game is a big positive as far as I see it.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. So, are any of you boys going to QuakeCon?
As far as I know, I don't think so. Basically, most of us are based in New York, and at this point we have a lot of Canadian players that we've recruited, and just to make that kind of a trip is kind of difficult, because if we're going to bring our computers down, to drive down to Texas is a hell of a drive for us.
Yeah. Well, guys, the the TV server is back up, so you can rejoin it now that the server has been restarted. But I think, do you have, Beef, do you have any shout-outs or anything that you would like to say to our listeners?
Yeah, I wanna shout out Sin and Goons. Actually, we scrim against those guys a lot, and they're they're great clans. They're really nice guys. So it's really good to really find scrim partners and people like that. So just want to throw them a shout.
Cool. All right. Well, I think I'm going to give you the boot here so you can join up with your team and get things settled, as we are getting quite a few players on the server here, and hopefully we'll get underway soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
All right, take care, man. Man, I should have hit the video capture button there, because it would have grabbed the vent sound of him leaving. Because he has a fantastic vent join text-to-speech thing. So anyway, maybe I'll catch it for the post-game, folks. But yes, we are looking at 4 jerky boys, and one of them does include Beef Missile, so he was already on the server. I know that we had at least one other jerky boy lying around somewhere. And then we've got 5 of 6 Illuminati on the server. And I do not have a co-pilot tonight. Everybody is either playing in a match or has fallen off the face of the earth. I guess we'll... we still haven't heard from Frank Sinatra, so if any of you listeners have actually heard from the poor guy, please just let us know if he's alive or something, because we have no idea. Jerky Boys is saying that they're willing to play 5 and 5. That's pretty cool of them. Oh, and while I'm away, looks like they started. Look at that. All right. There we go. Had to get all the video capture stuff rolling. But yes, we are live, and the bridge is being constructed. And here comes a Violator to take out that Trojan that was nicely disabled there. Donkey Dong getting a pair, also a TK. But he did stop the build. The Titan is working its way up here. Commodus is an infiltrator, along with Hobo Defcon on the Strog. We've got a pair of oppressors, Donkey Dong and Beef Missile, and Spooge is a constructor. Commodus is getting some nice rail shots here, although he's going to have to deal with an armadillo in the way, and the armadillo is providing cover from that rail shot, but not long enough as Beef Missile comes in and kills 3. Here comes a medic. No, the medic's torn down. And there's the Trojan going down into the ditch. Here comes a Violator. That'll give the Strog some time to go deal with this Trojan. The Trojan is driven by Winter's Forge, who is a soldier. Trojan still not disabled. We've got Shivdom constructing. He's taken down by Donkey Dong's Lacerator. And it looks like the Strog have taking out all the engineers. Winter's Forge moving up in that Trojan. Now the Trojan is firing away on the hillside. Armadillo kills Donkey Dong. And Cool Hand Luke builds the bridge. Moving on to the second stage. Pretty okay time there. We're looking at 17 minutes and 10 seconds remaining while the MCP drops in. It looks like Cool Hand Luke will be trailing it. It's going to be driven by Shivdom. Winter's Forge has moved up in that Trojan. And he's already facing off against the Desecrator, but he's in trouble now. He's hopping behind it. The Trojan goes down. Desecrator is in position, but Winter's Forge is a soldier. There comes a dumbfire shot. It's going to miss. It's going to be wide to the right. Winter's Forge heading in towards that forward spawn. I think he's going to try to grab it here. MCP is getting pummeled. Donkey Dong is going for a swim. AVT does finally disable the MCP. Now we got a guy up on the rooftop. It's a Strog, and his name is Defcon. He's an infiltrator, and he's going to be able to toss those scrambler grenades to keep this MCP in place. Desecrator is very aggressive here, just sitting out in the middle of the road. Definitely up for a bit of rocket out here. Oh, he's getting shot in the back by his own AVT. Spooge is down to maybe 20% health. It's going to get a quick repair here. But it is allowing the GDF. Oh, he gets run over. I know he respawns. And it looks like this MCP is going straight to the outpost, people. The only thing to stop it is... Oh, actually, it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough. One scrambler grenade. But, yeah. One scrambler grenade catches it with that AVT firing away. But here comes the repair. 15 minutes, 30 seconds. The MCP is rolling in. The tank is in position. Very aggressive here, and the MCP is captured. 15 minutes, 24 seconds remaining. And it looks like the Illuminati is on the way. On the way. 15 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. That's quite good there. Decent time. It looks like we got maybe the GDF waiting here. What is this? I'm waiting for the Titan to be on the move. 'Cause we're not quite to the last objective. There it is. Cool Hand Luke driving up in an armadillo. He's the only Covey in here, though. And Winter's Forge plants at the sewer grate. Cool Hand Luke is coming up behind an APT. He's going to run right underneath the mine. Oh, man. You got to watch for those mines. He was actually in better shape than where he first started. Cool Hand Luke's been turned into a spawn host. Winter's Forge, grabbing that forward for the GDF.
IKE has
That's
left
kind of
the
funny because
server.
this mine placement reminds me of Beta. Remember, that's where everyone put their mines. Kind of on the roof of the lip of the shield gen. Although I would put mine kind of into the wall. Of course, back then he didn't have the little dot. Here comes the Trojan. The Trojan is at this objective. Pull all the way up next to it. Donkey Dong's gonna have to do something about it. No, it's the hog by Spooge. Takes out that Trojan. Although they still have a Titan to deal with. Titan's being driven by a Calypsa. Oh shit! Let me go down the GDF roster. I didn't do that there. Shivdom is a covert. Actually, yeah, we got 3 Covies. Shivdom, Cool Hand Luke, and Lupine. As your Covies, Winter's Forge is a field ops, and Eclipsa is your engineer. We got the hack objective at about maybe 20%. 13 minutes, 23 seconds remaining. Here comes an airstrike, and Commodus is running. Oh, he dies. Yeah. But Astraga had an immediate respawn. There's Cool Hand Luke running right underneath the friggin' mine again. Guys, come on, clear that shit. There's a field ops. He's not going to be able to hack a damn thing. Shivdom does get a tap on it. Tap, tap, tap. He's blasted away by Commodus. Commodus takes out Lupine as well. Eclipse in that tank gun. It's about to get EMP'd. Let's see if that's going to go off. No, I don't think it's going to do the trick. Commodus trying to get that tank. And he throws all of his scramblers. Let's see if he'd know. The Titan is rolling back, way back. And oh no, it's another infiltrator does get the hit on that Cyclops. And it's a hit on the Titan, and there's the Cyclops. Takes out the Titan. There's Spooge in that Cyclops. We're looking at about 40% hacked here. And right now, Jerky boys are making a bit of a stand. We shall see. Got some technician work. We got spawn host coming up. We also have Cool Hand Luke and Shivdom are infiltrators. I think this is a good choice. As far as class balance goes. Cyclops is about to die to small arms fire, and yeah, it's down. Medic getting a quick revive on Shivdom. Lupine has a medic. No, Beef Missile takes out both of them. So 3 frags in a row. Beef Missile shuts down quite a few GDF. And the hack has faded, ladies and gentlemen. Winter's Forge as a soldier. getting pot shots on this hack objective, and that's going to do some damage. Doesn't quite kill. The Strogg dives into the little hut here. Beef Missile. Beef Missile is a technician making spawn host. This time Winter's Force gets a connect, and he does take out Beef Missile, but I'm sure he had a spawn host. There's Commodus trying to get an angle on a guy that's about to hack. And I'm hearing mines go down, but no one is dead. Commodus coming up behind Lupin and blastering him in the back of the head. Coming back and making sure he's gibbed. Yeah, Commodus is really favoring that blaster since he's using the railgun. Cool Hand Luke almost gets APT to death, but Beef Missile finishes him off. Lupin coming up as a Covert Ops in a Husky. So what seemed like was a very quick push here by the Illuminati is getting shut down at this more infantry-friendly objective. 10 minutes, 36 seconds remain, and the hack has faded. We're at 0%. And yeah, Zugi, you're exactly right. Honestly, the proxy mines were the savers of the day in 2 instances, I think. Commodus releasing a flyer drone, although when he should be disabling this Titan. He's about to do just that. The Titan doesn't see me yet. Titan doesn't see me. He's about to release his grenade. There it is. The Titan is disabled. And it's way up on the hill. I'm not going to have a whole lot of field of fire there. Tank gun does take out Commodus, but he does get one more. Oh, and it's just in time. Here comes the Cyclops getting long-range shots on that Titan. It's not going to be able to be repaired quick enough. It's about to go down right. Oh, my goodness. Actually, this is hilarious as shit. The engineer is not suffering enough damage, and he's able to repair it up just enough. Just enough. Now, one more shot will kill him, though. Yeah, the Titan finally does go down. That was pretty funny. Yeah, just splash damage. Took forever to kill that GDF player. We're looking at spawn host at the objective. Nice work by Beef Missile. He is the only technician here. And I have to say, hats off to the Jerky Boys for being willing to play 5 and 5. The rules state that if they wanted to, they could have played 6 on 5. Oh, look at this Hobo Defcon gets liberation for the Strogg. Jerky Boys extending this time with some outstanding work on this hack objective. Hobo Defcon's about to flank the guy that's in here. No! It looks like Clipsia is able to regain that spawn. Winter's Forge hanging back with a sniper rifle. There is smoke at this objective. It's starting to fade away. There's a supply crate there. That's going to help out teammates a little bit. And here comes another can of smoke. Oh, there's the Cyclops. The Cyclops does not see the guy hiding behind the crate. But both, that's got to be a shame, both EMP grenades miss the Cyclops. They fall short. But now the Cyclops turns its sights on the tank. The tank shots are falling short. Cyclops has backed itself into the corner here. He's going to have to move around a little bit here. I don't think he really... Yeah, now he realizes he's kind of stuck. Here come those tank shots. Cyclops is at half. And not quite disabled, although it may change in just a second. There it is. Cyclops has been disabled. Still just barely a touch. There it goes. The progress fades. 752. And Jerky Boys are hanging on to this thing with both hands. Here comes Winter's Forge for a hack. He's dodged mines. He's hacking. We got 2 guys on it. 50%. 60%. The constructor tosses down a mine. Finally switches to his lacerator before Winter's Forge gets it up to 85, 90%. That was, yeah, a bit of a delay there by Donkey Dong. Getting his shit together there. Now we're in tappity tap lemming range here, folks. GDF can just toss in an airstrike and just go finish the fucking thing. The Cyclops does not realize the tank has gone way up on the hillside here. Spooge getting repair and trying to stay out of range of that of the Titan shots. Cyclops is down. Hack is not quite completed. Shift down does get a tap though. It's very close, very close. Cool Hand Luke will do it. Cool Hand Luke finishes off. 16 minutes, 46 seconds remaining. We're moving on to the final objective. But Jerky Boys Jerky Boys have been able to extend what could have been a very fast time into something that they will be able to defend when the sides flip-flop. So, third objective, no more heavies. And with 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go, the GDF are already moving inside. They had a very favorable spawn time here. This frag grenade by Shivdom takes out both Beef Missile and Spooch. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. That was the front line, and it has gone down. And GDF are plowing through this objective. One more strong to plow through. One more strong to go through. And we got paramedics, and there's the plant by Cool Hand Luke. So, Illuminati have really turned things around. The clock is ticking. The charge is on the way, and the GDF are set up. The soldier has suffered no damage at all. Another soldier comes in, another medic. We got paramedics, parasoldiers, and tick, tick, tick. Here come the constructors, here come the strong. Technician makes his way in first. And 5 minutes, 35 seconds. This charge is going to go in about maybe 8 seconds. And there goes all of the strong. This charge is going to go boom right about now, ladies and gentlemen. Illuminati have set a time of 14 minutes and 37 seconds. That's what they got to beat. Most accurate, Winter's Forge with 49%. Most kills, Eclipsa with 21. That's actually quite good. And best light weapons, 24. So, yeah, great move by Jerky Boys, though, again on that hack objective, really extending the time. And before I lose my voice, I'm going to go get a glass of water. I'll be right back. Alright, so we may have a little bit of stratting going on here.
NADS has connected.
The time to beat is certainly doable. Then again, you know, it does seem like these teams are pretty well matched. We're going live in about 10 seconds, folks. And we are live. GDF rundown. Donkey Donk, Beef Missile, and Commodus are your engineers. Spooge is the field ops, Hobo Defcon, and Kobe. We got a pair of oppressors, Lupine and Winter's Forge on the Strug. Shivdom is an infiltrator, Eclipse is a constructor, and here comes the first build. It's Commodus. He walks straight up to the objective. He's about to get destroy bombed or something. No, he goes down. Cool Hand Luke is sporting heavies for the GDF. 14 minutes and 4 seconds remain. We already have about maybe 25% of this objective done. There comes another Violator, and it's going to do some damage. Doesn't quite kill that armadillo. Although that could be killed by small arms fire in about 2 shots. And boom, there it goes. Yeah. Shivdom getting a pair with that accurized lacerator. I have to agree with Shivdom's choice here as an infiltrator to go with accurized. I think it's a bit stronger than the railgun. There goes the Icarus, but as we can see, the Desecrator is able to splash down quite well. Here comes an engineer behind the objective. Let's see if he can dodge the shots. Yes, he is. He's almost dead though. Donkey Kong goes down. Eclipse finally gets the shot from that hillside. So we need to see the rocket already coming out of Spooge's. Well, you can imagine where the Spooge needs to come from. But anyway, 12 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. And they need to deal with that Desi. That Desi needs to die right now. There it is! There's the rocket! Boom, 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 boom! Down goes the Desecrator. Right on cue. Thank you, Spooge. And Commodus is getting a build, but he was taken down. I don't think we have the first stage complete just yet. It's just a hair off. Cool Hand Luke sporting an Obliterator, taking care of that Trojan. One more shot will do it, I think. No, I'm sorry. There we go. Now one more shot will do it, but Cool Hand Luke is about to die. And Beef Missile will be able to repair his Trojan. It was almost taken out by small arms fire. Still, we have not completed this objective. Here comes an engineer to get a tap on it. It's Commodus! And yes, he does complete the first stage. But it cost him his life. And we're looking at maybe about 60% built. 12 minutes, 6 seconds remaining. Right now, our Illuminati He's hanging on to this first objective quite well. Trojan going up against Cool Hand Luke again. Cool Hand Luke goes down. Yeah, me and my voice. Alright. Oppressor is about to die by that Trojan. The Trojan is really becoming a problem. They need to kill Beef Missile. He's got like 2 health in both the Trojan and... Oh, and there's Commodus getting a build. He's still not dead. Still not dead. Let's see. He's running around and now he's taken down. Alright. Here comes the Violator. It's far in front. And it will not kill that vehicle turret. It will not hurt the Titan. AVT and Titan are coming up. 11 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. And Titan's going after those shields. Here comes the Covert Ops. Honestly, that's the route the engineers need to take. Covert Ops is getting in the face of the Strog here. We're about to lose the construct. Here comes an engineer. Is he going to reach it in time? Yes, he does. Donkey Dong. Constructing, constructing, constructing. And there it is. The bridge has been built. GF move on at 10:50. Titan has been disabled. The Violator will not kill the Titan. Desecrator's up on the ridge and needs to kill that Titan right now. Needs to kill the Titan. I don't think he sees the Titan. Titan actually gets a shot on him instead. Desecrator pulls back in order to construct. That's going to be a huge problem though, because the Desecrator will be useless. It will not be able to stop the MCP right here, except the MCP. Yes, it will cover up that that Violator marker, so that will not happen. But whoever's driving the fucking MCP, it's Commodus. He's drunk as hell, and he's hit every single ridge, and nook and cranny and thing. So he actually will be disabled right here by small arms fire, or one nade will do it. Commodus, he should back up and run. Yeah, he did. He backed up and ran over Winter's Forge. AVT in front has been disabled. MCP is still running through. Here comes the Hog. The Hog misses. The Hog misses him. Oh my goodness, but he does take out the APC, but the MCP is left to keep running. Yeah, how do you miss that? Commodus coming in. The only thing to stop him is one Obliterator shot. One Obliterator shot from Cool Hand Luke shuts down the MCP, and here's the Violator. But Commodus is an engineer, and he's staying inside. So he'll be unharmed. Here comes the engineer behind it. Engineer behind it. An engineer should have hopped in the gunner seat right there and pulled out in front. There, it's been repaired. MCP's coming in. There we go. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of a hiccup there. I'm gonna restart the video. There we go. Making sure. There we go. All right. But yeah, wow. So the Strog, they do have a chance to set up here. They've got a Covert Ops Hobo Defcon. Oh, here comes Engineer to finish that repair on the back. And actually, that shield's going to help him. And there it is. Commodus captures the MCP. 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. So, yeah. The Desecrator is starting to wail against the Titan. The Hog is actually causing more problems than good. But he does take down the Titan. And the Trojan does go down. Now we've seen just an Armadillo with a pair of guys, an Engineer and a Covert Ops, on the way to the hack objective. Another Covert Ops on foot, making his way to the objective. Here comes an Armadillo. Strog are back here, though. Shivdom getting taken down. Lupine as an oppressor is here, defending this objective. There are no mines on it. GDF not watching their backs. Commodus is getting a hack. Commodus goes down, but we have... Yeah, no, it's another guy go down. Beeping Missile goes down. Commodus is on it. And still hacking. And it looks like... Let's see who is hacking this thing. Shit. Well, Strog finally teared down everyone, but man, we're at 95%, ladies and gentlemen. Donkey Dong remains as an engineer. That's kind of interesting. Field Ops is in this Armadillo. And it was Spooge. Spooge goes down. Here comes a Covert Ops. He's going to take the back route. They still have about 20 seconds in order to touch this thing before it fades. It's going to be close, but they can do it. Right here. Here comes the touch. Boom, boom, boom. Touch, touch, touch. And it's hacked. Commodus gets it. 7 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. And we're moving indoors, ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding push here by the Jerky Boys after what seemed to be I mean, I thought it was a pretty solid hold by the Illuminati on the build objective. But they did not have anything for that MCP phase, and that really cost them. It seemed like they were just never set up once that bridge was built. We do have a soldier moving in. It's Hobo Defcon. He's facing off against one. He goes down. Medic is there, able to revive. Yes, Beef Missile gets the revive. Hobo Defcon is moving in. We do have mines going up on the objective. Here comes the nade. Mines go down. Medic and soldier pair are coming in. Spooge gets a plant. I didn't even see Spooge come in. He had flanked the staircase routes. Strogger in here. Strog take down one. Strog take down... Yes, Strog take down two. Where are the constructors? There's only one medic to go. Oh, no Gibbs. No Gibbs. Here come the revives. And ladies and gentlemen, that is why you gib. Gibbity gib gib gib. Even if it's going to cost you your life, you gib, man. Because that allowed 3 GDF to be here instead of 1. And all I'm seeing are assault rifle frags, so that means the GDF will beat this time. Jerky Boys beat the time created by the Illuminati. And so the score is currently 2-0 in favor of Jerky Boys. Good game all around. Most accurate Beef Missile with 53%. He was in a vehicle most of the time. Most kills 15. Beef Missile. Best light weapons is Shivdom with 14 points. And so now, Illuminati will have a full 20 minutes in order to set a time. Or I'm sorry, hang on. It looks like they're doing a, excuse me, it's going to be the other way around. They're doing a manual switch. There we go. It's kind of confusing. Team swap exists for a reason. That's okay. Anyway, I'm sorry. So yes, Jerky Boys will have a full 20 minutes to set a time here. And we're just waiting on teams to ready up. So do we have any people wanting to make any different predictions as far as how this match is going to go? I know that so far we had, I think Tandem said 4-2 in favor of Jerky Boys. Second Sign and Zergy Zork are saying 4-0 in favor of Jerky Boys, and I think I would agree with that. It seems like I would agree with that. I think that from what we've seen tonight, Jerky Boys are going to be able to set a pretty good time here. On the other hand, I really liked what Illuminati was doing on that first objective. Winter's Force gets spiked. I'm sorry, he spiked. Anyway. Yeah, I'm a win whore. I switched to the winning shoutcast team every time. Well, since we got time to kill, I'm gonna go ahead and just vent for a second. Yeah, for those of you that happen to come onto the exclamation server, we try very hard to keep the sides even, and we will call votes anytime teams get out of whack. But we like to wait for the round to end if we're already knee-deep into a particular map. So please don't call votes with, 3 minutes left, 30 seconds left. If I see you call a vote with 30 seconds left, I'm booting your ass. That's just a little pet peeve from earlier. I just wanted to mention that here. But everyone's welcome to pub on the exclamation at any time. Just please use your head. Alright, so yeah, we're looking at just one guy needs to press F3. I'm guessing that might be a bathroom break or something. It's Eclipse. And Eclipse, if I butcher your name, it's because a good friend of mine had an online tag of Eclipsia, and I knew her for years, so, you know, what can you do? My brain is old and it has a hard time learning new things. Anyway, it looks like the rundown as far as roster-wise will be Donkey Dong, Beef Missile, and Commodus as your engineers on GDF, Hobo Defcon as a medic, and Spooge as a field ops. And that's a little bit of a change-up. If Strahd keeps their current class complement, we're going to be looking at Lupin and Winter's Forge as oppressors, Shivdom as an infiltrator, Eclipse sporting a constructor, and he'll be driving that desecrator. Coolhand Luke as the heavy weapons guy, and we saw him sporting an obliterator last time. So not much of a change for the Strahd. Again, you know, this hold on the first objective was pretty good by Illuminati. They shouldn't really change things up. What they need to fix, what they really need to fix, is that MCP. MCP stage, and then, I mean, the hack defense was, you know, they got a little bit overrun. I think if they hadn't been so knocked off of their heels on the MCP stage, it would have seen a little bit different story. But let's see, you know, hopefully we'll be able to see what they can put together on the defense here. Still waiting on, oh, this time Eclipse is readied up, but we're waiting on Lupin. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Alright, we're going live here. 8 seconds. As I like to say, live in 5. Just because it's catchy. And here we go. We are live. And it looks like the class complement for the GDF has remained. And so Spooge, who I believe is their tanker dude, is going to be a field ops right out of the gates. Let's see what he does here. Beef Missile is in that Trojan again, and he was really a thorn in the side. Oh, look at this. Coolhand Luke's already trying to lay some shots in on him. He did land one. Commodus getting a touch. And here comes the Violator. I can hear that thing. Oh, it's too far back! It's too far back, and Commodus continues to build. The Strahd don't realize it. He's finally accurized lacerated by Shivdom, but that took a good 25-30% before that engineer was shut down. Imagine if there were 2 engineers, we'd be up to 60% here. Winter's Forge is an oppressor. He's already used his Violator, I think. Yeah, his Violator is on cooldown. Commodus, again, getting the touch on this thing. He's going to get plasma cannon by Eclipse way up on that hill. Here comes the rocket arty. This time, though, Eclipse did go down to that rocket arty, but he was able to get a shot off just in time. Hobo Defcon coming in for a revive on the engineer. Serious lack of giving here. Two engineers. First stage is built. It's going up, and it's on the way. And it looks like all the Strahd are dead here. One engineer goes down, but the other one finishes the bridge. Hobo Defcon will get the revive. Probably on both of them. Jerk has, Spooge has switched to the Titan. And he is on the way. Here comes the MCP dropping out of the sky.
Major Punisher has joined the channel. Major Punisher has left the channel.
How's it going, Dom? Alright. We got a face-off against the Titan and the Desecrator. Right now, they're 1-for-1 for shots. They're using this crate like it's a Bugs Bunny cartoon. In the meantime, the MCP is over 50% of the route traveled. And here comes the Titan trying to get behind the Desecrator. Oh man, the Desecrator might win this little chicken fight here. Yeah, the Titan just missed! Spooge misses. The Desecrator is not taking the shots though, so now the Titans get a little bit of splash. One more shot on either side will do it. MCP in the meantime is driving straight in. Oh, just splash damage him. There we go. Oh, it's a plasma mortar, but it's all too late. Again, the MCP is almost never stopped. Almost never stopped. And 16 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. And the GDF are on the way here. Commodus as a covert op is already on the way. Violator takes out Beef Missile. It looks like a lot of Strogg have hung back. That's going to be bad. Winter's Forge just respawned. He's in the hog. I'm going to watch him. He's taking the hog around the other side. That's actually smart because he's got to deal with the Titan. Oh, but he catches the GDF coming in. Now he's behind the Trojan. He's about to get run over. He's run over by Spooge. Commodus is getting a hack. Commodus is taken out by Lacerator. But the Trojan remains in here. Spooge is tearing up this objective. He hops out. He's an engineer. He's going one-on-one. Does take out one Strogg. About to take out two. Beef Missile takes down. The hack is coming in. Commodus has gotten some help from his friends. And he'll be able to get by. And we're moving on indoors, folks. 15 minutes and 48 seconds. I think there's a roll in the oven.
Dom Mafia has left the channel.
Yeah, because right now it seems like Illuminati's having a hard time getting set up. And wow, what a favorable spawn for the GDF. They're moving inside just a second after.
Hey ladies, Poseidon has left the server.
Just a second after that SSM landed on the roof. Here comes the soldier pushing up,
Poseidon
taking out.
Dom Mafia has left the server.
Donkey Dong. So a pair of Strogg have fallen. Medic giving some love to that soldier. Soldier comes in. Soldier's pushing up. Soldier's going to take out this Strogg right here. He's a constructor. Boom! Down he goes. Donkey Dong about to assist on this plant. Here comes a double up. No, here comes a constructor. I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry. It's a technician. Taking out two. Taking out two. Only one Gib. Only one Gib, ladies and gentlemen. 14 minutes, 48 seconds remaining, and tickety tick tick goes the HE charge that has been planted. And here comes a pair of constructors leading the charge. Let's see if they can cover. Here come the GDF. This is going to be an interesting move here. Interesting move. Let's see if the nades come in time. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. There's only one Strogg left. And he is a technician, not a constructor. And so we're going to have this Contaminator destroyed with a very good time to beat. 5 minutes and 38 seconds. That is one hell of a time to beat. Most accurate Eclipse, 48%. That makes sense.
Major
He was in the
Punisher
vehicle the
has
whole
left
time.
the
Most
server.
skills, Hobo Defcon with 8. And considering how short the match was, that makes sense. Best light weapons, Shivdom with 11 points. All right, so yeah, at this point, the score remains 2-0 in favor of the Jerky Boys. But the Jerky Boys have set a blazing time of 5 minutes and 38 seconds, which Illuminati will have to beat.
Dom Mafia has
It's going to
connected.
be pretty difficult, I think.
Dom Mafia has joined the channel.
So Dom, are you on the TV server here?
What?
Are you on
I
the
can't
TV
get
server?
in. It says no download software.
That's weird. Well, how did tonight's match go?
4-0.
Cool. Okay. And it was what, against Postal?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, going postal. They were having little problems getting their roster because some of the guys that were supposed to show up didn't show up. So you know, they had to take people that probably haven't been practicing with them. That was
Gotcha.
kind of, yeah.
Well, here comes a Violator, but it didn't take down the engineer until he was a good 30% built on this bridge. Here comes another engineer and another Violator. This Violator will miss this engineer. Prone and making it happen. He's about to get shot in the back of the head. Boom, 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 boom. Donkey Dong takes him down. Cool Hand Luke got the first stage completed, though. And Donkey Dong is hiding behind the pile of stuff. And oh, look at this! It's a revive! Revive of 2 engineers will get this objective a little bit more built. And finally, the engineers are given. We'll have to try again. Desecrator has pushed up extremely aggressively here. But I think that the Titan, yeah, the Titan's already won the day there. Titan needs to run over the suppressor. Oh, come on, just run him. Run him over. Squish. Squishy, squish. Here comes the Violator. That's going to push the engineers back. It's not going to be enough, though. They need to time this right. They are going to lose their progress in just a second. Violator takes out 3. Nice Violator by Beef Missile. Tank Gun takes down Donkey Dong and the Icarus. Tank Gun making some noise. But here comes a Plasma Mortar. Calypso had just hopped out. There's the touch on the objective. Lupine getting it. And that needed to happen there. Titan goes down. Strog hang on to this objective. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Here comes a Husky, but the engineer does not get a tap in time. And those shields actually helped a little bit there. They pulled down Shivdom. Nice work of the Violators to clear the road, and here's the follow-up. It's going to hurt that Husky, and it does kill Winter's Forge. Lupine gets a tap before he's taken down by Donkey Dong's Lacerator. 2 minutes, 54 seconds remaining. The clock is ticking, and Illuminati knows it. Here comes an Armadillo straight into the objective. An engineer pops out. The rail shot is missed. Accurized Lacerator will take down Lupin. And right here I'm unfortunately seeing a bit of a lemming by Illuminati. They're looking at the time and it doesn't seem like they're putting anything coordinated together. Shields by these suppressors all over this objective. This is actually a really interesting setup here, folks, with these shields. It's forcing the GF to have to come all the way up before they can really cause some damage. Here comes the Titan. Titan rolling through. Almost runs over the engineer. The Husky actually almost runs him over. Accurized Lacerator again from Hobo Defcon shuts down the build. Another engineer about to get on it. No, it's revived by a medic. Oh, and immediately Hobo Defcon takes him down. Great shot, Defcon. And once again, he's killed the engineer. Oh, we need to teach these guys about spawn immunity. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't press your button, if you don't do anything hostile, you get spawn immunity for 2 seconds when you get revived by a medic. And that can throw off somebody with an accurized Lacerator if you get them to waste their shots early. The score is currently 2-0 in favor of the Jerky Boys. The time to beat was a very fast one, 5 minutes and 38 seconds, and only 1 minute and 8 seconds of that remains. And the MCP is on the way. So we are looking at, actually at this point it's not possible for Illuminati to win, but they can maybe get the MCP close to the outpost at this point. It's going to be close. .44 seconds remain. The Titan has moved up quite aggressively. Here comes a Plasma Mortar. Not on the MCP, though. The Hog will miss the MCP. So actually, Illuminati will be able to capture the outpost before the time ends here. Sort of a moral victory of sorts. Nice push by Illuminati. It makes you wonder, Of course, we saw last time that was about the same. Really, where the Jerky Boys held them was the hack objective. So.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Spooge.
I hope I amused you with my upside down hogging, reverse the turret placement, and so on.
Yep. Most accurate, Commodus with 47%, most kills, the Beef Missile 15, and best light weapons is Hobo Defcon with 10 points. And it looks like HK is going up against the YM. What is that? Is that supposed to be superiority complex? There we go. Yeah. All right. But anyway, let's talk about the match at hand, since we've got, is it Spooge here in the channel with us?
Correct.
All right. Hey, how's it going, man?
Pretty good. It was a fun match. We actually were set up for 6, so I was kind of playing the role of our 6th and the 5th, and fumbling a lot in the process. So it was interesting. It was I thought that tank battle in the I guess it was the last game we just played, not this one, but the one prior to that.
Around the crate?
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was hilarious. You guys must have been laughing at that one.
Well, honestly, no, my only suggestion is splash the ground more.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There would have been no contest with a couple of splash shots.
Yeah, Titan has the advantage on the armor, of course. But I thought Illuminati did a pretty good game. Initially, they really took us by surprise on the first 2 objectives in the first game. They did really well on it. I knew Eclipse was going to be a force to be reckoned with in the tank, and he proved, as always, to be quite formidable in the tank. So it was a lot of fun for us. It was a challenge, and I think we tightened up a bit in the second game. But they definitely had the second set rather. But they definitely posed a good match. So we enjoyed it.
Well, it was really nice. The Desecrator up on the hill there, he was causing some trouble. But I think it was you that was in charge of Rocket Arty, and you did a fine job taking down the Desi there. Which it wasn't. It was a little bit of time there where the Desecrator got to cherry pick, but I was happy to see that it wasn't more than maybe a minute or so before you got Rocket Arty on him. So that's always good to see. Very solid performance by you guys. So I'm really excited to see. Now, who are you going to play on? Let's see. I think Outskirts was changed, right? So your next TGL match is supposed to be Volcano, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that is. That'll be interesting. We've had mixed success on that map in the past, so it can go either way. It really depends who we play. Generally, we tend to have pretty strong infantry unless we encounter a team that has very good zoom firing. Like you find the better teams, SS, Fate, Exclamation, and so on, Hellcats, and so on, whatever. They tend to have really good zoom fire, and I think we fall prey to that. But I do find a lot of those teams that if we can get in close, we can give them a pretty good match, at that point. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it works. And the Volcano is a lot of zoom firing, at least on the first objective. So we'll see how that figures out.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. All right. Well, man, hey, I'm really excited for you guys. You played a great game tonight. I actually, though, I have to say, I was really impressed with what Illuminati put together for the first objective. That bridge build, they really gave you a bit of a run for the money, and I had kind of wished that they were able to extend some of the other objectives as solidly, but it seemed like when it came to the MCP, maybe they just weren't quite sure the best way to handle it with 5 people. I'm not quite sure, but you guys were able to roll through MCP both times pretty easily, I think.
Well, I got to be honest. I think in general we didn't have too much time to prep for this, and I'm sure they didn't either. But just the way scheduling worked out and so on. But I thought we were going to be weak on the first objective. We have a decent strat for it for infantry, but on the 6v6, open, I thought we were a bit weak. So we kind of expected to lose that pretty quick. But they definitely exposed our vulnerabilities on that first objective and took full advantage of it. And the MCP they shot through much quicker than we anticipated. We actually expected to have an obliterator in that match on the second objective, and we didn't because
Right.
we lost our sixth.
Yeah.
So you know, things kind of got offset, like I said. But they were definitely very aggressive. And again, I think Illuminati's one of Illuminati's strengths is their tank. Their tanker is a great tanker, and it definitely shows in the match. He did a number of things that were creative and effective. You know, so.
I agree. Well, I guess we'll be hopefully getting you on the giving you some more coverage, because it's always a whole lot of fun to get your boys shoutcasted. Now, are you in both TGL and Cal?
Yes, we're actually in all three leagues, so we have a very rough schedule. We're playing Stronger Than All tomorrow night. Yeah, we're playing Stronger Than All tomorrow night against Team Sin, who is one of our big scrim partners, and they've actually been a great help to us in the past. In fact, the past time we were on Enemy Territory TV, we played The Rock. Sin really helped us prepare for that, so they really deserve a lot of credit for that. By the same token, I will mention tonight the Goons was really helpful in testing out our strats, so you know, a lot of props out to them for doing that for this match for us. But in any case, we're playing Stronger Than All on Wednesday against Sin, and we get to play Exclamation on Thursday, which I'm sure will be quite a challenge on the Sin map, of course. So it'll be interesting. I'm sure we'll learn a few things on Thursday.
You just ignore my roar. How dare you?
You mean you're gonna learn how to kick Dom's ass, which is very
Well, of course.
to you.
We're actually,
Again,
the majority of us are from New York City, so maybe we'll pay Dom a personal visit.
I get no love here, I swear.
Much respect, man. Much respect. But we're looking forward to the match. I'm expecting Dom to spec off the crap out of us, since he always seems to do that in matches, but we'll see.
I just listened to most of the end because I couldn't join in. I didn't know you guys were using the old pro mod.
Right.
I'll
Yeah,
make
that's
sure
the
to take
problem,
a look at
actually.
demos later.
Has 5.5b been officially endorsed by?
By
Cal's
Cal,
endorsing it.
not-
Which means that within the next 24 hours, I'm one of the admins for STA, so we're probably going to, I got to actually update the config. We'll probably do 5.5b for tomorrow night. I'm not sure what's up with TGL, why they're lagging. They seem to want to wait for 6.0, but we'll see.
Well, I don't think they're going to be able to, considering, 90% of the player base is probably already updated.
Yeah, it makes no sense to
Yeah,
wait
you kinda have
since
to
this was only like a hot fix for some things that were
Yeah.
broken.
Very
And there's still some things broken now, but there'll be less things broken if you update.
Right.
Actually, just a bigger question I have for you guys. Just curious. We're going, towards the end of our season for season 2 with a number of leagues, and obviously people will be prepping for QuakeCon. You figure there's maybe 2 or 3 teams that I've seen thus far that are going to QuakeCon. My question is,
Tough.
looking at the bigger picture, people are saying what's going to happen after QuakeCon to Quake Wars, and I'm wondering, is there interest, and I'm putting this out there to anyone who's listening, is there interest really in having a league during QuakeCon? Granted, a few teams will be going there, but there's still a lot of teams that aren't going, just to keep Quake Wars alive and happening. Or is it something we should wait till September, or what is the general feeling? I don't know.
Oh, so you're saying
I'm hoping
for people who aren't at QuakeCon, you mean?
For them, and also just to kind of keep Quake Wars alive. It seems like there's a lot more pub players that are slowly trickling in, and we really should be kind of pushing them forward, and let's get more teams, let's get more action, So why come to a halt just because of QuakeCon? Because really only about 4 teams I think are going. It's not like it's the whole community.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that at least the STA league will stay up. I know TGL probably won't, so I'm not sure about them. But if STA stays up, the 5-on-5 infantry, which seems to be the league that most new teams like, since they don't have to worry about getting a tanker and having to deal with vehicles and crap like that.
Well, I think infantry only is good. Speaking for our team, I think it helped us because it allowed us, especially our weaker members, to focus on a more specific skill set. They didn't have to worry about tanking and vehicles and so on. Just, simply killing, straight up. An infantry style. So I think it was helpful. But for next season, perhaps if maybe STA did a 6v6 open, since there's really no leagues running, maybe that might attract players. I don't know. You know, I'm just kind of putting it out there. Maybe we'll get some feedback on that. And bottom line is, I want to see Quake Wars continue. You know, so
Hell yeah.
I don't think QuakeCon should be the be-all end-all. That's my point, I guess.
Oh, with it? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it will be. I think there has to be at least one league still running during QuakeCon. So like you pointed out, it's only like 4 teams going, if at all. I know Tough is going, like almost their whole clan is going, and maybe Hubris. Not sure.
Most of the exclamation. Yeah, a couple of Hubris guys are. I think.
Yeah, some of our boys
Couple of
are
fake.
going to. I think Grease is going. It's gonna be media. He's an official media person now.
Actually, yeah, everyone that's part of Enemy Territory TV has gotten a press pass, I think. So it's kind of cool.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah.
Wait, so does that mean Johnny Mac gets a free press pass?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it does. It does, I think.
I might steal his press pass and head down there then.
Yeah,
Actually, Beef and I were thinking about going, but we haven't been to QuakeCon before, and we weren't sure what the whole policies and computers. We're in New York, so for us shipping computers down is a real pain in the ass.
Right. Yeah.
So
you
know,
can ship them. You can bring them with you on a road trip. You know the hotel. It's a very well known event. The hotel's already handled at least one of them, so they're used to everything. All kinds of boxes and shit showing up. It's serious fun, man. You should really think about coming if you can make it.
I definitely am. I've been playing since Quake 1. I've been playing since M Player back then, okay, just to put it into perspective. And so any of the Quake games I'd be interested in, playing or competing in and so on.
Rage.
We'll see,
Yeah. Now, the only thing that I think at this point you might need to kind of worry about is I don't know if there are any slots left for the bring your own computer portion of it. If there was a limited space for that, so I think I signed up the day that registration opened, and I was like number 1500 or something,
Wow. They still haven't announced what the official tournament's going to be, have they?
No, they have not. But there's always. I think last time there was Quake 4 tourney. There's a little bit of a Doom 3 deathmatch. There was even Quake 3. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure you'll see Quake Wars.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and the other thing is, you just had the release on the console, which I think actually might help out the PC crowd more than anything else, especially with those of us who have Xboxes.
Because they're gonna try it and then they're gonna go, oh my god, we have to play it on PC.
Yeah. Well, and plus the things that were shipped out of the Xbox version.
That's what I'm saying.
That was just dumb. I'll just go out and be on record and say it was dumb. It just doesn't make sense to remove like gunner seats from certain vehicles and shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, boo nerf.
Bottom line is
understand all the other changes. Huh?
I was going to say, bottom line, I just hope that, regardless of what happens at QuakeCon, that, come September, obviously in the summer, attendance is down in the games in general, but come September, I hope we have viable leagues, viable number of teams playing.
Right.
Bottom line is, I just don't see a more sophisticated game out there. And, I played Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake 3, Tribes 2, Tribes 1, everything. And, I have to say Tribes 2 is my favorite of all of them, probably, in terms of the big, mass multiplayer. But Quake Wars really is the modern version, as I see it, in terms of, that kind of community, that kind of game.
It brings everything together.
Exactly. And it would be sad to see it, it not continue, because it's much more sophisticated than anything else out there. And I think that'll probably remain the case for some time. So I'm all about promoting it. I want to see more stuff happen.
Well, we always have room for more staff on EnemyTerritory.tv, especially when it comes to promotion. So.
if something comes up and you need some help, I'll be happy to. I'm a busy individual. I'm not 16 and nothing to do. Actually, that's the funny thing about us. The Jerky Boys is pretty much an older crew. Our youngest member is Homo Defcon, who's 17.
Yeah.
Our oldest guy's around 40. I'm 34.
Yeah,
just to put things into
about like
perspective.
us. That's
So
about like
yeah,
us.
so we're an older crew. We put in the time we can. During the semester, for example, I work 2 jobs and go to school 4 nights a week, and I still make. I played every single match since December, just to put things into perspective. So, we really do put in the time where we can. But the bottom line is, I'm hoping come September that we really do have another really successful league to enjoy, and I hope it's not just Cal and DGL. I want to see other things out there. So I'm all for pushing whatever we can do.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, if there's an interest, if anybody's listening, if there's an interest for Stronger Than All to do a league during QuakeCon, please post on the Enemy Territory .com forums. Let us know. I'll probably be posting something just to elicit some sort of response, because I know TGL and Cal won't be running a league. So we'll consider it, and if there's a response, we'll do it. Let's keep this game alive. Everything we can do to keep it going and keep people involved and get more people involved. More importantly, let's do that.
Well, there are a lot. I've seen a lot of newcomers on the servers I've been playing on over the last couple of weeks, and again, I think it is players who, even if they don't have consoles, they saw some of the advertising for the Xbox and PS3 versions, and so they're kind of checking out the game. And the game is fallen in price, so it's a song to pick it up, and check it out. Not a big hit in the wallet. To just be able to play the game. And then I'm really hoping that I really think that we might have sort of a lull, but then it's going to turn around, and we'll have sort of a reawakening of the competitive scene here for Quake Wars. That's happened to a lot of games, and I think this is definitely one where it'll happen again. We're going to have to deal. I think we're going to have to deal with the learning curve for all the new people. And there are going to be some that quit, some that think it's too hard. They're going to, shake their fists and stomp and cry because they can't deal with the complexity of the game. But as with every new wave of new players, there's always a core people that go, you know what, this game is really cool. And even though I'm getting my ass kicked, I'm going to stick with it. And so I think that we'll probably be seeing some fresh blood, and I really hope that that is the case.
The other thing is that some teams, they really gotta get off their high horse and stop treating the newer teams like crap when they get an easy win or whatever, because that's like the main reason why teams quit. People stop playing. You're supposed to play the game to relieve some stress and have some fun, or whatever, and you keep playing every week and always getting into shit and drama and not having fun at all. What's the point? That's why I see some teams leaving already, and from some people that I know, that's what they say they're not having fun anymore because people are always talking shit instead of just GG blah blah, have fun.
Or helping out some of the newer teams, if nothing else. When it comes to scrims, I know that sometimes newer teams have a hard time finding people that are kind of on their level, but some of the more sort of top tier teams could spend some time with the newcomers and give them a hand.
Speaking of drama, shout out to Depp for banning me from the Scrim channel. Because we have so many players that you can afford to ban someone else for no reason. Woo!
Oh, the drama. All right.
It's funny you say that because we recently got to play Decimated for a couple of matches and some scrims. I hadn't played them before, and I gotta say, though, that team has, at least from my perspective, they had a unique way of approaching it. We played tough. We played SS. We played Exclamation. We played Hellcats. We played all the top teams that have been top since December. And I gotta say, Decimated really gave us a new perspective on the game. I'll give them credit. The funny thing, though, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I found that when we sort of busted the mystique, we really could compete with them. But their mystique is big, if you know what I mean, and they just had a certain strategy and certain things that they did that were just exceptional. So got to give credit where it's due. They really are something else. Yeah. Well, what it is, I'll say the one thing about them that was just extraordinary was their use of Spec Ops. Beyond any other team I've played, and we haven't played Exclamation yet, so I can't include them in that. But I have watched Exclamation.
Do you mean Covert?
And they look excellent. Don't get me wrong, but what they do with the Covert or the Infiltrator is beyond what I've seen other teams do. I'll just to put it into perspective. For example, one Covert had no problem suppressing me and my Titan, and time and time again, I've never seen any other team do that as expertly as Decimated has. So give credit where it's due. Those guys really show a different flavor to the game. It was actually interesting and exciting to play them.
Cool.
Shouldn't have banned Dom though, because Dom is a force. Dom's been around since the beginning, so hey.
No, I think it was that I asked him if he wanted to have butt sex, and he said no, and then kicked me.
It doesn't go well in New York and New Jersey.
You think? Huh?
By the way, Dom, are you playing? You mentioned something on the forums that you're going to be playing. What the hell is it? Battlefield Heroes. Are you taking that seriously, or what's the deal with that?
Oh no, I am gonna play it when it comes out, but it's not. When I said something about playing it seriously, I was just joking. That game is a bunch of crap. It's just okay. It's like
I'm just curious.
That other game, Team Fortress. It's not even a game. It's just
a
hobby.
That's how I thought. Yeah. It's too bad because TF2 the design was excellent. I thought. I mean, granted, it's if you don't like the cartoony thing, that's personal. It's a theme thing, but the bottom line is the game runs well, it looks good, but it's so simplistic, unfortunately, that it just at least to me, it doesn't satisfy the Quake Wars type of desire in terms of sophisticated type of FPS gaming.
My biggest issue, the aiming. None of the guns are scan weapons, so probably the big machine gun from the big fat heavy guy. But there's no accuracy in the game. It's like the spread is all over the place, so you gotta rely on splash. It's kind of boring.
Yeah, and it's I agree that it's just too simple. I mean, one of the things I love about Quake Wars is just there's so many different ways to approach a situation. I mean, we see it happen every single week, and I don't see that in other games. Like I remember trying to watch. I was trying to get into Battlefield 2. Just from like a coverage standpoint a while back, and so I watched. I'll go ahead and plug sort of a different site here. If anyone's ever been to tgbf.tv, it's a fantastic site run by the Swede and his cohorts. But they have a great archive of matches. Anyway, I was trying to get into BF2, and I would watch the footage, and honestly, I would fall asleep because it would be like. I mean, I can see the strategy, but it's just not exciting.
Alright, I'll go on record as saying Battlefield is completely gay. Okay? I don't care what anybody says. BF2, well, first of all... hold on. Let me clarify.
I'll defend a little bit.
Let me clarify what I mean by that.
I'm going to quit because I'm about to punch someone in the face. Battlefield's rules.
Well, let me clarify. Okay. First of all, I was in the computer business at the time that Battlefield 1 came out. Okay? Battlefield, the original, 1942, was the most buggy game, because I used to run a gaming computer company.
Oh, yeah.
Hypersonic PC Systems. It's not a plug, I'm not with them anymore, but the bottom line is I founded that company. So, here's the point. Bottom line is Battlefield 1942 gave us, from a technical standpoint, more trouble than any other game in history. That's number one. Yeah. That's one reason why I don't like the Battlefield series. Number two, Battlefield 2 in general, people complain about randomness in Quake Wars. Battlefield 2, the randomness was ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
In general, the balance just was not there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love flying the chopper, and I'm sure this appeals to Dom. The chopper was awesome, and the J-10 was ridiculous.
Fucking map. It was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yes, but the J-10, literally, you could have one J-10 firing upon another J-10, and Dom knows what I'm talking about, and that missile would miss every time. The game, as fun as it was, the theme was great, the balance was ridiculous. They just did not put the time into it. And it could have been a great game, it could have been awesome, it could have been the pre-Quake Wars, but honestly, it was always a pub game. And that's how I saw Battlefield.
Yeah.
And I think everybody on Jerky's, and about 4 of us had played it for quite a while in the past, and we all have the same opinion. Quake Wars just takes it to, you know, the refined id software type of notch, where you take the basic idea of this big mass multiplayer game and you make it well balanced, make it, you know, well designed. It may not be perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than Battlefield 2.
Focus, not two people in one corner of the map, two in another, two in the middle, two in their base. Like, there's never any focus in the Battlefield series. That's why it was so boring. But I
enjoyed Battlefield, don't get me wrong, but after a while it was just like the only thing I enjoyed was flying the chopper. That was it.
Did you ever
I gotta say,
the solo flying, switch into the gunner?
Switch into the TV missile? Of course.
Yeah.
You had to. You had to. Any pub whore had to you know, master that one. But
I was the best.
I gotta say, the chopper model, as unbalanced as it was, the chopper model was incredibly rewarding to fly in Battlefield. That's one of the things they did incredibly well. Though it was completely unbalanced. I mean, you could rape the crap out of anybody in the ground, but it was fun. Bottom line.
Nothing.
In fact, initially I found the Anansi and the Tormentor to be really irritating because I was used to the Battlefield model, and it took me some time to adjust. And you know what? The funny thing is, I probably, and this is going to sound like a total kiss-ass move, but it's actually true, and I'm not doing this to kiss ass, it's actually true. One of the times that I kind of had an epiphany about Tormentor was hopping into the gunner seat with Dom flying. And the funny thing is, I had no idea who Dom was at the time. I just flew in, and I'm like, this fucker stole my, excuse me, I said fucker, yeah, whatever. Anyway, this guy stole my Tormentor. And I was like, you know, this fucker. And then I was like, oh my god, this guy can fly. And it was an eye-opening experience. So at that point, I actually got interested in the Nazis and Tormentors. It's like, okay, you can do something with this. It's not
you all
just,
heard it,
you know,
here, live. Spooge.
Hey, man, again, I give credit where it's due. That's it.
That was pretty kiss-ass, man, I have to say.
Coming from New York City, it doesn't get any better than that. Because we're a bunch of cocks. I'll say it straight out, we are. So yeah, credit where it's due. You know, respect where it's due.
I would agree with you though, because I think I remember when the game first came out and everyone was complaining about the controls and how, you know, no one's ever, like, all you can do is crash into a fucking tree. And then I think it was Dom released a video, and then one other guy that kind of had a handle on the flying
Hammock
released a video. Was it? Okay.
Can somebody please stop Hammock?
Oh,
you remember that shit?
Not that guy. Oh, come on, be nice, man. Be nice. But anyway, I forgot about that. Anyway, so Dom releases a video where I think I recall it was on Valley, but I mean it was just like you watched him destroy the entire GDF team, and then, you know, but then you started to see all these little flyers popping up, and people got better and better and better, and then Exclamation held a dogfights tournament, and you know, it sort of seemed like from that point on, people were really interested in the flyers. So, but even in the midst of all of that, you never had the flyers completely dominating the game in the way that they did in BF2. I agree with the changes that SD made with the flyers. I like the
even pre-patch, you couldn't dominate that much.
Right. Yeah. Whoa. Comparatively, flyers are most balanced they've ever been now, though. It should be a one-shot, one-kill. Actually, the biggest thing with Battlefield was that no vehicle was really killable, per se, unless you had, like, the rocket launcher or something, you know.
Right.
Vehicles are almost invincible, which is something they balanced very well in Quake Wars. That's actually a very big point in favor of Quake Wars. They did it right in terms of vehicles, overall.
Yeah, because anything does damage. Grenades do a lot of damage. Compare that to a grenade next to a tank on Battlefield. It's like a scratch.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous.
But it's, yeah, I mean, but it just really speaks to the whole, you know, refinement and balance and time. I mean, I remember people complaining about, you know, during the beta stages and all that stuff about how long it took the game to be released. But quite frankly, you know, can you imagine what the game would have been like had those balance issues not been worked out? It would have been just, you know, a total BF2 clone, but worse.
Just say beta 1.
Well, that's the thing. People complain about random spread and this and that and so on. And obviously Pro clears up a lot of these issues. But the bottom line is, for a large, accessible mass multiplayer game, Quake Wars is the best to date. Tribes was amazing, but it was actually too sophisticated for the average individual. People could not get into it.
For its time, yeah. Tribes was ahead of its time, I think.
Tribes and Tribes 2, yeah. Tribes 2 was simply incredible. But it was too sophisticated. We were actually playing back then. I used to play with a team called Kung Fu Clan, and which was one of the big CTF guys. Yeah, those are my bros. But in any case, we're all from New York, by the way. But in any case, we were playing in the Tribes 2 tournaments, and it was a 16-man team. Could you imagine how difficult it is to get 16 people coordinated? I mean, it just was not realistic. But at the same time, that's what that game was designed for.
Especially with like the size of the maps and the ability to move so quickly.
Exactly. And that game was awesome. But Quake Wars really took it to a more palatable, something that everybody could accept sort of level. Like the 6-man group is a feasible thing. It's something that teams can actually put forth and have a solid team. It's doable. So I think Quake Wars is much more realistic than Tribes ever was. And unfortunately, I don't think any of the mass multiplayer games since Tribes or Tribes 2 really managed to capture it as well as Quake Wars has. And that's why, I'm so pro Quake Wars, you have no idea. In fact, Beef and I saw Quake Wars back in E3 about 3 or 4 years ago. This is about 2 years before it came out. And we were hungry, we would go to E3 every year back then, and we'd see, Tribes Vengeance, and all these other, things. Nothing really caught our eye until we saw Quake Wars. We played the demo, and I was like, wow, this is going to be the next game. And it was funny, because a number of guys like Protein Cannon and Mule Juice, they were playing, we were playing BF2 at the time, and we kept saying, it's coming out, and finally it came out, and it was just like a breath of fresh air, because it was something new that had to come out after Quake 3 that really just, took the game. I know a lot of people that are coming from ET, they're coming from RCTW and all that sort of stuff, and that's not my background. They have a certain different perspective from me. I'm true, id Software, Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake 3, that's my background, strafe jumping, all that kind of shit. And Quake Wars is really the first big game that satisfied me in that regard, in the id tradition. So, like I said, plug it. Let's get this going. Let's keep it going. You just got to get more people turned onto it. Well, and the other thing also is competition has to be made simpler, I think, for the pub player. If that happens, perhaps we can move forward. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Well, no, I think we should probably wrap this up. Although I really enjoyed the conversation we've had. But Spooge, how would you feel about coming on to our next Quake Wars Weekly, and we can talk about some of the things, especially what you just talked about, maybe ways to make competition more simple for newcomers. Because I'm actually all for it. You have a lot of passion and a lot of ideas.
I do. Well, bottom line is, I'm all for it, and I want to see this game, continue. Like all games, you always see this blah 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 this, blah 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 that. But the bottom line is, there's people who love this game, and whether they complain or not, they're still playing it, and they've been playing it for 6 months, 8 months, and so on. They're still competing in it. It shows a certain passion for the game. So I'm all about keeping that alive and getting new people involved. So yeah, definitely. Let me know, email me, RSC me, whatever. I'm around.
Sure, man.
And if I can be available, I will be. So thanks. And this was fun tonight, and I appreciate ETTV doing this for us. More than you guys realize. A lot of our newer guys actually really were excited about being on this whole TV thing. It was new to them, so it was great for everybody. So thanks.
Hey, it was great talking to you, man. I think you've been like the best guest we've ever had over here. Yeah, since you kind of
I can't help myself,
since you kind of you get that title. No, but for real, man. I hope you do get together with the guys on Sunday and do the weekly podcast. I always listen to it at work.
I'm down. And by the way, Dom, we may be having some reunions in the city, so if you want to come down, I know you're from Jersey, meet the boys. By all means, let's do that. So, anybody else who's in the local tri-state area?
Speaking of meeting, you deleted me from your member list. Oh, drop.
No. All right, you're gonna call me a gay fag here. You ready? Here we go. Oh, I just said something else I shouldn't say. But anyway, I was a general or whatever the hell, some ridiculous statistic, and I was just curious to see what my kill-to-death ratio really was. Because of course, when you get to a ridiculous number of kills, so I made a new name. And yeah, I didn't mean to wipe you, but I'll add you next time I'm on the game. So. Nothing personal.
Every time I remove Dom, I mean
and a period at the end. I feel hurt.
All right, guys. Thanks again. I'm off to eat some food with Beef.
See you, man.
Good games. Take care.
Take care, Spooge. All right. So, Dom, thank you for hopping in here.
This is what you need, man. You need more people that can kind of kiss my ass, and then I'll show up more. No, I'm kidding. He was a great guest. I like everything he was talking about the game and how to push it forward and all that.
Exactly. Well, hopefully we're going to be able to hear a little bit more about it on Sunday. We'll try to work that out. But yeah, Dom, thanks for coming in here and chatting a bit, man. That was cool. And to the listeners, thank you for hopping in and watching Jerky Boy face off against Illuminati. And tune in on Thursday night for the Cal match, folks. That post, if it's not already up. If the poll's not already up, the poll's going to be up momentarily. So, you know, please do get in your votes and let us know what you think. And on that note, I will say have a good night. This is GreasedScotsman signing off. Take care.